Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola!
And welcome to the 101st episode of Silicon Valley. Of
Silicon Valley? No, you wish.
Citizen Ho.
Silicon Valley has an audience.
That was good. Very dry. I don't know. I just saw it written and for some reason it clicked. What is this? It's a magnetic.
Yes, it's a magnetic blocky thing. And it's I think it's
part of a toy.
I think it's part of a toy where the rest of the toy is in Florida, and that piece somehow got transported up to New York.
Well, if you hauled it, it's magnetic. It'll come.
Right. It'll be attracted all the way from Florida.
The little toy that could.
Uh-huh.
So apologies, folks. We've had a few logistical issues lately causing delays, and I actually don't think we can record next week. I'm kind of busy. Next weekend's bad.
Yeah, actually it kind of is.
Yeah. So,
Mother's Day. Got to spend time with family. Gosh.
Would you rather record? I definitely would. But yeah, we'll try to do at least twice a month. It might be a little harder now with living situations and
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll
as long as you guys keep asking for it, we'll keep delivering.
Somebody's asking for it?
That's what she said.
No, she didn't.
So what's been going on in your life lately, Mr. Kane?
Oh, still dealing with renovation fun, or renovation aftermath fun now, is trying to get permits. Turns out permits entered and closed out from the renovation. Because, my building requires it in order for me to get my deposit back. However, the general contractor I hired has been chasing down his electrician for that permit.
Call the general contractor Phil.
Right. So, yeah, he's chasing down his electrician, trying to get that permit closed out. But then there's also an issue of a plumbing permit done for the washer and dryer installation, which his plumber didn't think that he had to put in anything for it, so he didn't, even though the general contractor technically knew about it because I sent him my full approval package, which included a letter in which it was specifically stated that this thing had to be filed. Now the plumber is trying to charge me first $2,000, then he lowered it to $1,200 to get the permit filed, which, as far as I can tell, is bullshit. The actual cost of filing this type of plumbing permit in New York City for this level of job appears to be about $135.
So offer him $150.
I mean, I'd be willing to give him like $300 just to get it over and done with, but that's about as high as I'd go, and I shouldn't have to go that high. But hey, if the guy
could sue him.
Technically, I probably could, but then it cost me money to sue him. So,
yeah, you're Jewish, you know a lawyer.
Uh-huh. So that's just that much more aggravation. It never ends.
However, does the washer and dryer work well?
The washer and dryer does work pretty well.
That's the washer, not really. Well, I guess there was work for the dryer because you had to hook it up to the external to the exhaust. Where's the exhaust for the dryer?
It is a ventless dryer. I had to do a ventless dryer because there's no place to blow out the exhaust for it. So instead of just blowing hot air out the back, yes, that was a requirement. Most apartment buildings have that kind of requirement for dryers. So yeah, instead of venting it out, instead of being able to vent it and just blow the hot air out of the vent, the hot air gets blown through a condenser. Mm-hmm. I think that then the condenser basically dries out the air. So it sucks up all the moisture, and then you just get cool air that just blows out of a vent, into the apartment. Yeah. The only issue is that because of that method of drying, it takes a lot longer than a regular dryer.
How long does it take to dry?
Hour between, usually an hour and change, maybe up to an hour and a half.
Do you dry everything, or?
Yeah, I just throw it all in the dryer and just.
We hang a lot of stuff.
I mean, I sort of don't have a place to hang stuff, but I sort of do. I could.
You put it in the office.
Yeah, I could. I just don't.
When we were in the apartment, we used to have a little drying rack that we still have.
Yeah. So yeah, all kinds of fun.
And I had my first root canal this week.
Ooh. Do they knock you out for those?
No, it's just local.
Oh.
I actually thought it was a bigger deal than it was. Like, I've heard people, didn't your sister-in-law have, awful problems with root canals or something like that?
According to my wife, yes. Well, she had awful teeth, so she's had to have multiple root canals, I think.
This is my first one.
Official story.
What happened was last week, it was last Thursday morning, I was at a conference call. All of a sudden, my jaw started aching, the back of my jaw.
Okay.
And then it stopped. And then Friday, from about 3 o'clock till the end of the night, my jaw was just really aching all day. And when I bit down, I felt some pain. Saturday was still bothering me, so I texted my friend, the endodontist resident. Said, hey, this is what's going on. Here are my symptoms. It's I can't really tell you without treating you, but this is what it sounds like. My dad's an endodontist in Cranford. Go see him. Went Monday afternoon. I didn't have technically what required a root canal, but in order to treat it, he had to do a root canal.
Okay.
What happens is there's this tissue in your tooth that's supposed to recede as you get older.
Uh-huh.
Mine didn't recede, which caused inflammation in the tooth.
Oh.
So to cure it, he had to clear out the tissue.
So wait, why doesn't the tooth get inflamed when you're younger from that tissue?
Because the tooth grows. I think. Oh. So he did a root canal. All it does is he sticks a giant needle in your mouth, which I didn't feel at all. Because, you see the needle's this freaking big, and you're just oh.
Yeah, I think I've seen it before, and it scares the crap out of me.
I didn't even feel him stick it.
Okay. Well, they put that numbing stuff on your gum before they stick you, don't they?
No, they do that when you're a child.
Oh, no, because I got a I had to get a cavity filled, and they put the stuff on my gums before they put the Novocaine in.
He didn't.
Maybe I don't know if he just maybe he asked me and I agreed to do it. I don't know.
So he did they did the root canal. Oh, someone's crying again.
Yes, he is. What are you going to do?
Sounds like mommy's going to check on him.
Yes, I think so. Going to placate the boy just a little bit. I think it's all past. My son did have a fever for a couple of days, but it seems to have cleared up because he was in quite a good mood for a number of hours.
He was fun.
A much longer period of time than I've seen him in a good mood in quite some time.
He was delightful this afternoon.
Yes, he was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. So I have to go back to the dentist 2 weeks from today for him to fill the tissue back up and then seal it. And then I have to go to the actual dentist to get a cap put on it after the fact.
Ah, what a project. Once again, the fun never ends.
Getting older sucks.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Mm-hmm. I want to be careful. Why don't we have kids then? If you're just going to put them through this.
So that they can help us deal with it while they're still young.
Ooh, he is not happy tonight.
No, he's not. Well, he hears people talking and things going on. Mm-hmm. He no likey.
Max, we're having a party without you. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, he doesn't like feeling like he's missing out on things.
No. Ooh, he is really screaming.
Yeah.
Is he wet?
No. She might be giving him Tylenol, which I don't know if he needs.
Kevin's wife just walked in with a wooden mallet, whatever that means.
Uh-huh. Who said it's anything about wood? Wood's too soft.
Please note, we do not condone...
no, we do not actually condone any kind of domestic abuse or violence against children. I was joking.
Good thing this is an audio podcast.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Good. Yes, you like the air conditioner.
Do you pay electric, or is that included in your common charges?
No, I pay electric.
Water is included in the common charges, right?
Water is included and gas is included.
Because they can't meter that off.
Well, it can, like in the other apartment, gas, I paid gas, but here I don't. It's just all the matter of how the building was set up.
Well,
in the other building, every apartment had its own gas meter.
In Forest Hills, I think I only paid for electric. I think water and gas was included.
Was the building a co-op?
No, it was a rental.
Well, I know your apartment was a rental.
No, it was a rental building.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then, yeah.
For the amount I was paying in rent, do you think that would have been a co-op?
Who knows? I mean, some co-ops do allow a lot of rentals.
Yeah, but for that cheap?
Doesn't matter. It's just a matter of what the market is.
Are you allowed to rent this place out?
I am I have to live in it for, I forget if it's 1 year or 2 years. Then I'm allowed to rent it for like a year, but then I have to live in it again. And the amount of surcharges that you have to pay to the co-op if you rent out the place is like obscene. It's basically they make it so that it's almost so that it's not worth it to do.
One of my friends, she owns a co-op on the upper west side, like 100th Street on the west side or something like that.
Okay.
Her co-op rule was you only can rent it 3 out of every 5 years.
Yeah, a lot of them have rules like that. Is this anybody I know?
No, you wouldn't know her.
Oh, okay.
It's my former coworker's wife.
Oh.
But she was saying like she wants to hold it in case like their son winds up going to school like in the city, so he has a place to live or something like that.
Yeah, that's an expensive thing to hold on to. I mean, if you can afford it, great, but...
She says she's trying to charge the rent for the 3 years enough that it'll cover the 5 years. And she's able to do that, I think, get enough for that.
Oh, okay.
Good old stuff fun.
Yeah, New York City real estate. All kinds of fun.
Are co-ops only in New York or like...
No, they have them in other places. I think they're much more common in New York because they were... most of them were set up a long time ago when co-ops were more common, and they've just stayed around in New York. Whereas in the rest of the country, the condo setup is the more common.
Well, I know it's very common on like the east side and the outer boroughs.
Co-ops, they're yeah, and I think they're common on the west side too. But
really,
a lot of older buildings were.
Well, I know
co-ops.
The really high-end buildings in the city tend to be co-ops.
Yeah. Well, like actually, interesting story related to the West Side that I did not know, but found out recently, is the Dakota. Yeah. The Dakota is a co-op now. It was originally a rental building up until the 1960s. Then the family that owned the building,
was their name Dakota?
No. They were rumored, I think, to be selling the building. So the people who lived there like got together and found an investor who bought the building from the family and then sold the individual apartments back to the owners, and they formed a co-op.
That's kind of cool. I don't know why, but kind of interesting.
Yeah, actually, the person who was rumored to be buying the building, and they were afraid that he was going to tear it down, which is why they did all that in the first place. Person who was rumored to be buying the building. What?
Fred Trump?
No, not Fred Trump. William Zeckendorf.
Like Zeckendorf Boulevard?
Yes. Precisely.
I know. Where is Zeckendorf Boulevard?
It's near Roosevelt Field in Garden City.
That's it. I'm like, I know the name. Why do I...
So, yeah. No, he was obviously a big developer in New York City.
That's true. Fred Trump really didn't do anything in Manhattan.
No, most of what he built was
in Queens and Brooklyn.
Yeah, and most of what he built was more like low-income housing.
Wasn't until his son.
Yeah, Donald was the one who got into all the high luxury stuff.
I didn't know he did the Grand Hyatt.
Donald. Well, it was originally, I think, the Commodore Hotel, and Donald Trump bought it, and then he redid it.
He brought in Hyatt to manage it.
Yes.
Does your wife's uncle still work there?
Yeah.
What happened was probably about a month before the election. It was a Saturday night. Marissa and I were home. And there was this whole special on CNN about Donald Trump, and I just watched it and learned a lot about him. Still didn't like him, but it was interesting.
I was going to say, was it anything? Did you learn anything that you actually liked about him?
Early on, he wasn't that bad. Look, I used to like The Apprentice. It was very entertaining.
It was an entertaining. I watched the first 2 seasons, I think, and they were. I mean, it was entertaining.
The celebrity one I didn't like.
It just got. First, it just got repetitive, and then with the Celebrity Apprentice, it was just stupid.
What is wrong? ESPN. Yankees 11, Cubs 6. Final.
Woohoo! Go Yankees.
What are they, like 20-9 now or something like that?
19-9 or 20-9, yeah.
What is it? Anyway, I digress. But the thing that I find about Trump is his shtick is entertaining.
When it's entertainment.
His shtick as president is frightening.
Well, because now it's not. Now he's not doing his shtick for entertainment. He's doing it as a political leader. He's trying to use
the thing that I said is, when was the last time before becoming president someone said no to him?
Nobody would ever say no to him, because if you did, you'd probably be fired.
He surrounded himself by yes men. And he felt he could use his political bullyism to get his things accomplished. He's passed one thing in his first 100 days. The Supreme Court. He signed more executive orders than any other president in the history of the country in 100 days.
Yeah. Well, he got the now the healthcare bill passed. Well, not passed. It was through the House. Yes.
It's not going to make it through the Senate.
Not in its current form, but the senators have already said that they're going to rewrite it.
What is this fob for?
That is to get in and out of Max's daycare.
Oh, your way to secure it?
Yeah. Well, the front door out to the street is open, but then the next door in, you have to use the fob to get in, and it's all electronic locks. And then even then, after that, you still have to use the fob to get through a bunch of other doors inside the place.
And then there's a retinal scanner and a handprint.
No retinal scanner.
What's your take on the health care bill?
No, sir. I don't like it. Here's the thing, is that for me, it's probably not really going to affect me too much at all.
Because we have corporate insurance.
Because we have corporate insurance, exactly.
It may affect premiums and stuff like that.
Yeah, which it's just amazing that they would potentially end up going even higher.
Yeah, I pay a fortune right now.
Yeah, it sucks. But, I mean, the thing that I don't like about it is that it's basically rolling things back where insurance companies can now deny coverage due to pre-existing conditions.
Yeah. My whole thing with it is this. I don't like using the moniker Obamacare, so I'm going to call it the Affordable Care Act. Was the Affordable Care Act perfect? It was far from it. There were very good things about it, though. One, the help that it helped people that couldn't afford insurance get insurance. Right?
Yeah.
It had the 10 essential benefits.
Okay.
It had coverage for pre-existing conditions. No annual or lifetime maximums.
Uh-huh.
And someone under the age of 26 could be on their parents' coverage. Those 5 things were great. The implementation was the issue.
Yeah, well, staying on your parents' coverage till you're 26, they kept.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing that they kept, and I don't remember.
I don't think it was lifetime maximums.
Maybe, which isn't terrible, but
no, they got rid of the individual mandate. I know that.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of torn on that.
Well, I mean, on the one hand, okay, you don't have to get insurance now if you don't want to, or you won't when this takes effect. But the flip side of that is that
you're fucked.
One of the reasons that the whole idea behind the mandate is to get more people paying into the system to keep costs lower for everybody else.
Exactly. And they got rid of the subsidies also.
Yeah.
Which is going to make insurance unaffordable again. This is mostly for people that have to get their own plans. The problem is the House just wanted to abolish anything Obama did instead of taking the existing plan and fixing it and working with both sides to fix it.
Well, neither side wants to work with the other side to do anything, which is the big problem.
It passed by one vote in the House.
Yeah, I know. Well, the ACA did pass by
the
very...
The ACA passed by more votes because the Democrats had more of a majority than them.
Yeah, but it was still basically...
Across party lines.
Yeah, it was just party lines, and that was it.
He is not happy right now.
No, he's not. There's a very unhappy toddler in the next room.
We'll call him Max.
Right.
Poor little guy.
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right.
Hopefully. He'll somehow
You know what will make him feel better?
Paying bills?
Carrot cake.
Maybe.
So when Kevin moved to Riverdale, my sister-in-law found this carrot cake place called Lloyd's Carrot Cake.
Yes.
Happens to have really good carrot cake, and I don't like carrot cake. And Kevin picked up one today.
Yes. And Kevin really likes carrot cake. So Kevin's looking forward to this.
And cream cheese icing, which has been sitting out there all afternoon, which probably should have been refrigerated.
I don't know. The cake was at the store. It was just in a box sitting out there. I didn't ask. But whatever. It's fine. But anyway, speaking of paying bills, because it is about that time.
It's a little early.
No, it's not. It's perfectly fine.
Fine. You pay the bills.
I'll pay the bills. Go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho, where you can sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as...
Yes, Chef, by Marcus Samuelsson. Narrated by Marcus Samuelsson.
Ooh.
He is the owner of, the Red Rooster? Or?
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the name of it?
I think so.
On Harlem. He's African, and he was adopted by a Norwegian family or a Scandinavian family. So, he's supposedly one of the best chefs in New York City. You've been there, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Was it a good meal?
Times. It was damn good.
What'd
I
you
highly
have?
recommend it. I wish I could even remember. I don't, but I remember it was incredibly good.
So check out his book.
Yeah. I had a vendor who was visiting in town. This was already a couple of years ago. But I went out to lunch with them, and I found out that they were staying in Harlem. Actually, not far, and it was really where they were staying was really close to the Red Rooster. So they were looking for they asked for a recommendation for a restaurant, and I said, actually, there's a place like right across the street from where you're staying. And I told them about the Red Rooster. I said it's pretty popular. I can't guarantee that you're going to be able to get in, but I would recommend that you give it a shot. And they did. They were able to get in, and I heard from them the next day. They said it was excellent. They raved about it.
That's cool. We actually had a pretty good meal tonight.
Yes, we did.
We went to Arthur Avenue.
Little Italy of the Bronx.
Which actually happens to be better than Little Italy in Manhattan.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit less kitschy.
Yeah, and the real Italians live in the Bronx.
Well, there used to be real Italians in Little Italy. I think there's still a few, or in Manhattan. There's
it's
still
too touristy, I feel.
It is very touristy now.
We were in this restaurant. It was called Mario's. It was pretty good. Well, it was a little bit of a wait because they were so busy.
Yeah. Also, we were walk-ins. We didn't have a reservation. So.
Well, no, I'm talking about when we sat down. We waited for 5-10 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
It
was busy, but it's a Saturday night, and the weather's nice.
The food happened to be excellent.
The food was quite good.
The staff was really nice.
Yes, they were.
Mafioso.
It has the Citizen Ho seal of approval.
Yep. I still want to look at the map and see where Belmont Avenue is.
Not far from Arthur Avenue, I promise you. I've looked it up. I just don't remember exactly.
You live here. You should know these things.
Wah.
Damn right. Belmont Avenue, Bronx, New York.
Belmont Avenue is 2 blocks east of Arthur.
Okay, yeah. We were literally right near where Bronx Tale took place. Didn't you say he lived at the corner of 187th and Belmont?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
No, it's not. I'm looking at it.
Belmont doesn't cross. Oh, it ends and then continues.
Yeah.
It does like a Old Town Road thing.
Oh, you found it going north and where it dead ends at Crescent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, there is Belmont in 187th.
We were on the other side. We were on Hoffman. And then Webster is further east, right? Yeah. I see. They're really that close, yet they were that different.
Huh?
Webster Avenue is where all the blacks, and Belmont was where all the Italians were.
Yeah. Where is Webster?
Webster's all the way down. It's like...
It's all east of all that?
Yeah.
But then you run into the park, into where the Bronx
west.
is.
Do I have my directions? I have my directions backwards.
Yes, you do.
It's west, sorry.
That's what I thought, because I've looked at that before, too. Oh, yeah, there it is. But you know how quickly neighborhoods change.
Sorry. We're talking about A Bronx Tale, which has been on TV a lot lately, and it's tough to finish watching it.
It's a good movie.
No. What, it started as a one-man show?
It was a one-man show with Chazz Palminteri, because it's about his childhood growing up. Yeah.
Then it was a play. Then it was a movie, and now it's a musical.
Yeah.
I didn't think the musical was that good. Did it get nominated for any Tonys?
Huh?
Did it get nominated for any Tony Awards?
I have no idea.
Maybe some acting awards. I didn't think the show was that good. Let's see. I know the show I want to see got nominated for a bunch. Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh.
Let's see. Best Musical, Groundhog Day, Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. Dear Evan Hansen and Come From Away. Best Lead Actor in a Musical, no nominations. Nothing for Lead Actress. Nothing for Featured Actress. Nothing for Featured Actor. Best Book, nope. Scenic Design, nope. Original Score, nope. Direction, nope. I kind of want to see Groundhog Day. I wonder if it's the same number over and over and over and over again.
Gee, you think, to some degree at least? I almost got to see Groundhog Day.
What?
I said I almost got to see Groundhog Day.
Please explain.
Because my parents were just on a trip, which was unplanned, and they were supposed to go see Groundhog Day at I think last weekend actually, with some friends of theirs. And
that was a show that you couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, and they were gonna give us the tickets, but then I think their friends ended up like selling the tickets to somebody else or something.
We should go see it.
Okay.
It happens to be a phenomenal movie.
It is a good movie. I mean, I think I realize that more in retrospect now.
Yeah, when I saw it when I was a child, I didn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah, well, I think now you do.
Isn't it Harold Ramis?
I believe it is.
And Bill Murray, of course?
No. Bill Murray, Andy McDowell, Stephen Tobolowsky.
Oh, yeah, I forgot him. He was in it.
Yes. Jack Barker.
Action Jack Barker.
Action Jack Barker.
And which brings us to...
Silicon Valley recap.
It is back. So we'll try to do 2 weeks.
Okay.
We'll do a short recap and then discuss how we think the season's going. So, to make a long story short, they come back. They've pivoted to Piper Chat.
Yes, and it's enormously popular.
What? Yeah.
It is enormously popular.
Just an FYI, this will be spoilers, so you haven't seen the first 2 episodes of Silicon Valley.
Skip ahead. Or something.
So, Richard kidnaps investor, shows him Piper Chat, and that doesn't go well, but the guy said when they hit 1 million daily active users to call them a call. Piper Chat's taking off, but Richard isn't happy with it. He just doesn't feel it's a good use of his algorithm.
Yeah, he doesn't have interest in it, apparently. As I knock over this candy thing.
Richard decides to quit the company and create a new internet using his compression algorithm to make the internet better.
Yes, I still don't know how that's all going to play out, but it'll be interesting, I'm sure.
And since Dinesh is the one that hacked the compression algorithm with Huli Chat to make a better chat. They named Dinesh CEO.
Yes.
All the while, Ehrlich and Big Head are the investors for Piper Chat. So Big Head, apparently his father is controlling everything, and basically
he's controlling Big Head's money.
Yeah, because
Big Head was supposed to go home at the end of last season.
Basically, Big Head's father blames Ehrlich for losing his fortune.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's trying to do anything he can to fuck Ehrlich over. So that's pretty much how episode 1 ends. Episode 2 starts off as Dinesh with a huge ego getting on everything, trying to build up hyperchat.
And his hair product.
Episode 2?
Huh?
What happened with Richard in episode 2?
Richard, well... Oh, no. In episode 2, he figured out the issue with the with the users.
Basically, you know everything you have has that terms of service?
Yep.
There's a part in there basically about child usage, that you have to be over 18 to legally use it. Dinesh did not put that in there, and they had a lot of under 18 age users. So every time someone used it, it was like a $16,000 fine or something like that.
Something like that.
And the amount of fines were billions upon billions of dollars. So basically, while Dinesh was on the air, he basically kept saying it's like Huli Chat, but not sucky. It's exactly like Huli Chat. Gavin Belson basically used that to acquire it because he thought Barker was talking to someone.
I forget who.
Yeah, and he wanted to find... Gavin Belson hired Barker to take over the end frame part of Huli, and between the two of them, he was getting pissed off at Barker because he changed the way a plane was supposed to go.
Basically because Barker had the plane drop him off first and then take Belson home. So
basically, Gavin Belson came and claimed and said, "Here, have Piper Chat." Dinesh said, "Okay, take it," and ran.
Yeah.
And then they found out.
Well, because he figured out, because he knew about the issue with the thing.
Yep.
With the terms of service.
So basically, where I think the season's going is they're bringing the team back together. They're all going to go on Richard's internet idea.
I get, yeah. Well, at this point, they don't have any choice.
The show works together when they're a team.
Yeah, it should.
Though I think
the only thing is now, how is Dinesh going to? Dinesh's ego's already been deflated, I guess.
I think Dinesh and Guilfoyle have the best relationship on the show.
Yeah, well, the way the two of them play off each other is great.
Yeah, I just think it's such a well-written show. Have you watched Veep at all this season?
No, I haven't watched Veep. I can barely stay up for Silicon Valley.
It's on 18 times a week.
Yeah, I know, but during the earlier hours, I'm busy dealing with Max and making dinner and whatever.
You're a good wife.
Yeah. I cook most of the meals around here. I do the laundry.
What does Melissa do?
Watches Max.
So, I'm interested to see where the season goes. You didn't watch American Gods last week, did you?
No.
It's kind of interesting. I'm slowly watching it. The first episode was last week. It's basically they're taking a lot of these novels that have big followings and trying to Games of Thrones them.
Okay.
And this takes place in modern America, but still. It's an interesting concept. It's on Starz, not HBO.
Do I have? Yeah, I have Starz.
Did you sign up for that?
I'm terrible about getting into new shows.
Did you sign up for that robo-dialer service I sent you?
Yeah.
Does it help?
I still have to activate it for the landline. I have to do that activation thing.
My phone will just ring once and then stop.
We don't really get a lot of bullshit calls on the landline here.
Cell phones, I get them all the time lately.
Yeah, but the cell phone I can't do anything about because I'm on an Android.
Yeah, but my phone, Samsung tells you if it's a spam call, if it detected it already, and just reject it.
How?
It says reported. Go into your dialer app.
Okay.
Under settings, it'll be like anti-spam features or something like that.
I must find this.
And by the way, everyone, Kevin also has an iPhone now, so hey.
Yeah. I was given it for work.
Hey.
Fuck you. Where the hell? Oh, well, I see block numbers, but I don't see anything about...
Hold on. Where's the phone app? I changed to a different phone app. Where is it?
Oh, wait, I have more settings.
Make sure show caller information is enabled.
Yeah, it is.
Identify spam numbers underneath that.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Sucks to be you. Maybe it's because I'm on Sprint and you're on AT.
I don't know.
Okay, ready, everyone? On the count of 3, let's Kevin. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck you!
All right, movies?
Movies. Sure. The hell?
Going
to
the movies.
Oh, stop it. All right, so first off this week we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, and Vin Diesel.
By the way, yes, that is the Dave Bautista from WWF.
Yeah, I figured. Set to the all-new Sonic backdrop of Awesome Mixtape Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they unravel the mystery of Peter Quill's true parentage. Okay, I think this is probably going to be fresh.
Yeah, I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, you'll have to tell us all about it next episode.
Whatever that may be. Another Evil. Steve Zissou, Mark Proch.
Right.
Jennifer Irwin.
Oywin.
Dan Bacadal. After encountering a ghost in his vacation home, terrified Dan Papadakis, Steve Zissou, goes behind his wife's back to hire an industrial-grade exorcist, the bizarre and needy Oz Bjorn. While implementing a variety of increasingly outlandish ghost traps, Oz tries to befriend Dan almost as relentlessly as he tries to destroy the home's demons. Dan considers calling the whole thing off, but it quickly becomes apparent that a great evil has embedded itself in his home, and the fate of his entire family is at stake. Is this a comedy?
I can't tell. It just sounds terrible.
That sounds bad, but...
Yeah, rotten. Okay. Moving on. Black Site Delta, starring Cam Gigandet, Terry Reeves, Benjamin Charles Watson, and Dion Mucciacito, or Mucciacito, I don't know. Cam Gigandet, or whatever, stars as the leader of a dirty dozen band of military prisoners who must fight off a terrorist attack on the remote Black Site prison where they're being held, which, unknown to them, is a cover for a secret drone control facility.
Kind of sounds interesting.
And it's got some potential, I guess.
I'm going to try fresh.
I'm going to go rotten on that. I just can't buy into it.
Burden. An unprecedented look into the life of conceptual artist and sculptor Chris Burden. He had himself shot, confined to a locker for 5 days, and was crucified on the back of a Volkswagen Bug, only to reinvent himself as the creator of truly mesmerizing installations and sculptures, all in the name of art.
Documentary cred.
What the fuck cred?
Yeah, that too. Next, we have Chuck.
That is not a movie of the greatest TV series ever, just FYI.
Starring Liv Schreiber, Elizabeth Moss, Ron Perlman, and Naomi Watts. He was the pride of Bayonne, New Jersey.
Jersey.
There's a pride of Bayonne. fuck off. A man who went 15 rounds in the ring with Muhammad Ali and the real-life inspiration for Rocky Balboa. But before all that, Chuck Wepner, Liev Schreiber, was a liquor salesman and a father with a modest prize-fighting career whose life changed overnight when, in 1975, he was chosen to take on the greatest in a highly publicized title match.
I always thought Rocky Marciano was the inspiration for Rocky Balboa.
No. I think it was like a combination of Marciano and Chuck Wepner.
I'm going to go fresh on this.
I will go fresh on that as well.
Biographical cred.
Yeah, something like that.
Enter the Warrior's Gate. Mark Chow, Nini, Dave Bautista.
Again?
After a mysterious chest opens a gateway through time, teen gamer Jack Uriah Shelton is transported to an ancient empire terrorized by a cruel barbarian king, former WWE superstar Dave Bautista. Jack will need all of his gaming skills as he battles to defeat the barbarian, protect the beautiful princess, and somehow find his way back home. That just sounds like a huge lump of shit.
Yeah, okay, that would be rotten. Next, Handsome, a Netflix mystery movie. Starring Jeff Garlin, Natasha Lyonne, Amy Sedaris, and Christine Woods. Jeff Garlin stars as Gene Handsome, an LA homicide detective who tries to make sense of his life as he solves crime. Handsome's knack for solving mysteries is matched only by his inability to make sense of his own problems. I'll give it Netflix cred, because they tend to make good stuff. Unless Adam Sandler's involved.
You said it. Like Crazy. Valeria Bruni Tedeschi, Michela Ramazzotti, Valentina Canelluti.
Yeah, you're not Italian. Stop trying.
Tommaso Ragno. Beatrice is a motor-mouth fantasist, a self-styled billionaire countess who likes to believe she's on intimate terms with world leaders. Donatella is a talented introvert, a fragile young woman locked in her own mystery. They're both patients at the Villa Biondi, a regressive but secure psychiatric clinic. Foreign film cred.
Ah, yes. Foreign film cred.
Though my pronunciation reminded me of the scene in The Producers, is Jacques Lapidus here. Jacques Lapidus. Jack Lapidus.
Take Me, starring Taylor Schilling and Pat Healy. Ray Moody. No, that was Glenn Healy. Ray Moody, played by Pat Healy, is a fledgling entrepreneur trying to get his company off the ground in Los Angeles. His business, the Niche Kidnap Solutions LLC, specializing in abductions that provide alternative therapy for his clients. When a mysterious call contracts him for a weekend kidnapping with a handsome payday at the end, Ray jumps at the opportunity, but the job and his target, business consultant Anna St. Blair, Taylor Schilling, may not be all that they seem.
Oh, take you for all I am, Rotten.
Yeah, I gotta go rotten on that too.
The Dinner. Laura Linney, Richard Gere, Rebecca Hall, and Steve Coogan. A dark tale about two families who are struggling to make a tough decision regarding their teenage sons, with the whole story unfolding over one dinner. Okay. Sounds interesting, but I kind of like the concept of the whole movie being a dinner. But
maybe
it's a psychological thriller, so I'm gonna go fresh. May is usually a good time for movies.
Okay, I'll go fresh on that. Next, we have The Lovers, starring Deborah Winger, Tracy Letts, Aidan Gillen, and Melora Walters. Follows a long-married and completely dispassionate husband and wife. Both are in the midst of serious affairs and are increasingly committed to their new partners. But on the brink of officially calling it quits, a spark between them suddenly and unexpectedly reignites, leading them into an impulsive romance that forces them to navigate the hilarious complications of cheating on their respective lovers.
So they're cheating on their...
They're cheating on each other.
But then they're cheating on with each other.
Sort of. I don't know. That could be good. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll try fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
This is not what I expected. Takeshi Kaneshiro, Zhou Dongyu, Mingji, Tony Yang. When Lu Jin checks into the Rosebud Hotel, he is dissatisfied with everything he sees and tastes. That is until Gu Shenyan serves the perfectionist what may be a perfect meal. Out of the hotel, Lu Jin and Gu Shengnan are arch enemies, vowing to stay as far away from the other as they can. But in the kitchen, they share a mutual appreciation and love for fine cuisine. Is food the answer to solving their differences? Foreign film cred.
Yes. Foreign film cred. 3 Generations, starring Naomi Watts, Elle Fanning, Susan Sarandon, and Tate Donovan. About Ray tells the stirring and touching story of 3 generations of a family living under one roof in New York.
Is the movie called 3 Generations? Or
yeah, I don't know. As they must deal with the life-changing transformation by one that ultimately affects them all. Ray, Elle Fanning, is a teenager who has come to the realization that she isn't meant to be a girl and has decided to transition from female to male. His single mother, Maggie, Naomi Watts, must track down Ray's biological father, Tate Donovan, to get his legal consent to allow Ray's transition.
It's called both, by the way.
Okay, then. Dolly, Susan Sarandon, Ray's lesbian grandmother, is having a hard time accepting that she now has a grandson. They must each confront their own identities and learn to embrace change and their strength as a family in order to ultimately find acceptance and understanding. Yeah, I'll go fresh on that.
We don't want to see it homophobic.
Sure.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. 82% fresh.
Okay,
3
then.
Generations, rotten. Chuck, fresh. The Dinner, rotten. The Lovers, fresh. Burden, fresh. Another Evil, fresh. Like Crazy, fresh. Do we have that one?
Do we even have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now to search. Black. No, not Blacksk. Black Site Delta. No reviews.
Aww.
Enter the... No, not Enter the... Enter the Warrior's Gate. Rotten. Foreign film cred failed us. Oh no, we went rotten on that. Never mind. Handsome. It's a movie about me.
No, it's not.
Was it just called Handsome?
No, it was...
the Netflix one.
Oh, yeah, there was a subtitle to it.
Yeah. A Netflix, no reviews. Take Mel.
Handsome, a Netflix mystery movie. So I guess Handsome is...
Take Me as rotten. This is not what I expected. Motherfucker. No reviews.
Alrighty.
So, housekeeping. You can tweet us at CitizenHoPod. Find us online at Facebook.com/CitizenHo. Instagram at CitizenHoPod. Email us at dumbass@CitizenHo.com. You can email me at Scott@CitizenHo.com. Kevin at Kevin@CitizenHo.com. Our social media director at social@CitizenHo.com. Email us, tweet us, Facebook us. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us if you think Kevin's a good parent. Tell us if you think Kevin's not a good parent. Tell us if you think Kevin's ugly.
Or just listen.
Or listen, tell your friends, your enemies, your...
Frenemies?
Your mail people, your UPS delivery guys.
Right.
Your Amazon delivery guys.
Who has an Amazon delivery guy?
Amazon has their own delivery service sometimes.
They do?
Yeah. If you ever get a tracking number that says AMZ, it's Amazon.
Okay, then.
So, for Citizen Ho, we'll probably not going to be next week. Hopefully you'll get the week between that and Memorial Day.
Hopefully. We'll try.
So, I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
And be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station.